I just woke up maybe like 10 minutes ago. So I've been up till midnight. It's part of my face isn't as swollen anymore. It's because I was telling you guys I got an infection, and so um mm. So there's gonna be a quick morning. Seems like I'm getting really, really busy. But yeah, okay, so this is I'm live. Okay, there we go. Hey, Beth. Yeah, I just woke up like 10 minutes ago. I had to get the dog fed, get the dog out. I didn't even get to use the bathroom. So I'm supposed to go over and see my neighbor today. I'm supposed to do some work for him. So I'm not going to be very long. I just want to be long enough to not only fulfill my obligation, but have a chat with you guys. Have you watched the video from this morning at all? I hope it was. Yeah. Here's the thing. After I'm done with a live stream, I maybe get like 15 minutes to sit back and take a deep breath and things like that. And then I get right to work. From the time I get up to the time I go to bed, I'm doing something. If I'm not creating a script, I'm reading the script, or I am uploading content. Normally, well, oh crap! All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Good morning, Edward. Oh crap! Okay, I'm becoming awake. I have at least, at the bare minimum, had my breakfast. Now it's time to make me my first cup of coffee in the morning. Holy shit, man! Now that the weather is getting better and stuff like that. Oh, there it is. Now that the weather's getting better and stuff, it's a little bit easier to sleep in and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm coffee. Oh God, man, I need coffee bad. Oh, me and coffee. We are best friends. He's gonna carry coffee's gonna carry me through the first 2 hours this morning because I ain't been sleeping well the last few days. There's also when it's warmer at night, the critters are out. So, yeah, I eased up yesterday. I'm still having to ibuprofen the shit out of myself. Did you see, like right here, if you looked yesterday, and you notice that this isn't as puffy right here because it's like the new one's growing right here, so I can't even touch this part of my face without it hurting. Really sucks. Let me see here. Let me. But sound check. Oh, yeah. Oh shit! I need to get some more creamer today. I'm probably gonna have to go into the store. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get my neighbor to give me a ride. Because if he does, I'm gonna take what was sent to me yesterday. I'm gonna go grab me about the 10 bags of stuff that I need. the dirt, or at least I might even just go into town and pick up 1 or 2 of them and start, because I've got some cans. Okay. Here, let me show you. So see these? I use them. I was going to repurpose them. I think I'm going to repurpose it for little planters to start with to get my seeds going. So that way, if I need to wait like a week or something like that, but if I have some basic potting soil to start with, then I've got some stuff. But that means that I need to start working on getting a second IBC tote. That is extremely important. Okay, so I got that. I just need sugar. Okay, so guys, this morning it's gonna be really quick. It's gonna be really fast because 1, I told the guy I'd be over there. 2, I kind of screwed myself up because like the stuff I would do in the morning before I start my live stream, I didn't get to do. I didn't even got to go use the bathroom yet. So, and yeah. But anyways, like yeah, I like literally woke up when shit, it's almost 8 o'clock, and fucking got Sam out, got her up, got her fed. You know, she's sitting here. Here, I'll show you. She's sitting here looking at me, going, "Okay, guy, you woke up late. Now, where's my attention? I'm waiting patiently." So, yeah. Anyways, sorry, I gotta get my morning cigarette going. I haven't even had my first fucking cigarette yet. I haven't even had my first cup of coffee, my first cigarette. So this live stream is gonna go. Whatever questions you have, whatever things you want to know, stuff like that. This live stream is gonna go until I'm done with my first cup of coffee. After that, we're gonna have to close it out. I will see you guys tonight when that happens. I'm sorry it happened this way. I still gotta call my old man and confirm that he's gonna be here tonight. Because my old man, you know, as much as I like him and all, he's flaky. That's why I don't like flaky people. And it wasn't because all of a sudden one day I woke up and decided I didn't like flakes. No, it was because, you know, I got to see it a lot growing up. Oh God, that hurts. Oh, now I gotta know. Oh, this sucks. I need to figure out a way how to fix this quick. Well, a great bowel movement after a large cup of coffee. That's just a pure luxury. Well, back in the day, that's how I used coffee. Now I drink so much of it, it doesn't do shit to me. I used to fucking take a half a cup of coffee, and I'd be racing to the toilet. Animals know they're watched. Yes, and it's not necessarily that they know that they're being watched. It's the presence. So something interesting about Meyer, and this is part of the reason why I don't show Sam very often. Okay, so an interesting thing, he's like, okay, because of like a collective consciousness and stuff like that, and we're all on the same brainwaves. If enough people are looking at it, because you know you got to kind of build up this ball of energy, but if enough people are looking at it, they can actually influence the dog. Just by emotions and stuff like that. So if you guys remember when I first started showing Sam, she'd be all nice and calm. As soon as I turned the camera on her, she would go nuts. Well, the thing is she was picking up all that energy from you guys, and so that was playing out to her. And so yeah, it actually affects. There's a reason why I can't remember what version of Jew that they are, but there are certain Jews that believe that that you can't take a picture of them because it takes a piece of their soul. So, okay. But anyways, yeah, that's why I don't show her on camera very much. That, and everybody's too interested in telling me how to manage my dog. It's like, dude, you just showed up here for 5 minutes and you think you know everything? Go fuck yourself. I hate people like that. That's what, you know, that's one of my biggest deterrents of owning uh of owning a dog. That's one of the things that is a biggest deterrent, is that so many people, okay, I can come up and grab your dog. Okay, your dog is, because of the way we treat our animals, it's part of your family. It might as well be a child. So people can come up and grab your dog. But if they came up and grabbed your little girl by the twat and said, "Oh, I just like little girls," you'd end up in jail. But you can come up to a dog and go, "Oh, I like dogs." And it's supposed to be perfectly justified. And if you get mad, everybody else, or if you get mad, you're the asshole because you're just a mean dog owner. I hope that dog turns on you. Well, it's like saying, "Hey, I'm going to go grab your little kid by the," and say, "Oh, well, if you don't let me do it, that's because you're a horrible parent." It's like, and people don't draw these conclusions. They don't realize, well, oh, it's a child. I know I can't do it to a child, but I can do it to a dog. Well, there's no difference in it except for the individual you're doing it to. You know, accosting somebody doesn't matter. Oh, I can only accost a human. I can't accost a dog. That's you. There's a reason why people like that can't stand humans, and it's not because humans are better. It's because they're shitbags. Most of the people that are like, anti-human, pro dog, pro animal, most of those people, the reason why they're like that is because they're such shitty human beings in life that that nobody likes them, and they have complete turmoil. And the only one that will give them any attention and actually not hold them accountable for their actions is an animal. And that's the truth, and that's the reality of it. And so therefore they go, "Oh, well, I love animals." No, you love animals because you're a shitbag human being. No other human beings like you. And the only one that can stand you is a creature of nature that's designed to always love you no matter what. Okay? It's not because it's loyalty, it's because it's the way it's designed. It's part of its survival mechanism. It's a pack animal. And so you are its pack. And so you think, "Oh, I love humans," or "I love dogs and I hate humans." Because dogs are loving. They can discern people. No, they cannot. A Sam will go up to anybody she sees. She doesn't know how to discern from people. So many people put so much stuff on dogs as if they're so special. They are special in their own little way. Come here, Sam. Yes, I know. I was talking shit about you. Okay, come on up here. Come on. Oh, you want to go outside? Go. She's just telling me I want to go outside. Oh, you want some attention, huh? You want to say hi to everybody? Come here, up here. Come here. Oh, yeah. Come on. Up here. Come on. You do it all the time when nobody else. No, get the fuck off there. Come here. Say hi. Say hi. Yes. So, you feeling better? Yeah, see, if she doesn't get her morning love, this is what I got to deal with. Her in my face going, "Where is my attention?" Okay? So, she's an animal. Okay, her whole job, she's created out of love, so she's supposed to love unconditionally, unlike humans, and that's the difference. But um, I have not heard about them lately. But dog stealers used to be a thing in Sweden. Yeah, okay. Look at how many Hollywood stars they become. Okay, pretty sure animals know. Yeah, um, that animal belongs outside. Let's just do this. Well, I can. Okay, there we go. I hope. Okay, I think I got him. Yeah. I'm not. I have no interest in dealing with stupid people tonight or this morning. Mm. Uh, mm. I don't know if that was a troll or anything else like that. You know, I'm not going to get into it because I don't need to talk about that shit. Oh, shit. Okay. What's up, Cherokee? It's always nice to have a good cup of coffee first thing in the morning, stuff like that. But, man, I hate it when this happens. This happens Okay, so like Monday, I'll be up at 5 a.m. By the time Wednesday comes around, I'll be getting up at 7 a.m. By the time Friday comes around, because this seems to be like an every Friday thing, by the time Friday comes around, I'm dragging my ass out of bed trying to get here on time. I need to start learning how to give myself some personal time. Did any of you guys watch the video that I put out this morning? I'm just curious. What did you guys think? I think it was a little bit more toned back than yesterday and the day before. But it's still the same thing. I'm just calibrating. I'm working on it. So the next script is gonna make sure to tone back my rhetoric a little bit, just to make sure that I'm not misinterpreted. um. Oh, okay. Where are you at, TJ? I thought you were in America. Oh wait, that means you're probably you're in Europe, like Spain or something. This time is the one I can usually catch. Yes, video was good. Okay. Yeah, well, I just like I said, I'm worried about being misinterpreted. Now, I know a lot of people just like on surface level because they're shallow or they're political motivated and stuff like that. There's always going to be people who will let their politics get involved. Um, so, for example, um, if a liberal and a conservative are standing next there, the liberal yells at the conservative and says, "You're gaslighting me." The Republican or the conservative laughs laughs at the liberal and calls him a snowflake, therefore gaslighting him. But then all of a sudden, the liberal will call him a white supremacist, redneck, and all those other slurs those are fighting words to the right. Okay, so each side has its own culture, its own way of doing things. Even if you're not involved in politics, even if you keep your stuff to yourself, it has gotten to a point where governance and political party they are such an echo chamber that you only get to see what it is that from the perception of that, which most people do it, but it's gotten to an extreme because yeah, I might be okay. I'm actually registered as a libertarian, so yeah, I might be a libertarian, but and that might be part of my political belief system and part of my structure. But back in the day, we used to be able to take dissenting opinions. Well, both parties have closed off and said, "Well, we refuse to talk to each other," so therefore that plays down in the population. So if I'm saying something that is geared towards the conservative culture, because conservatives, whether I'm conservative or not, doesn't really matter. What it matters is my audience. Most of you guys are Trumpians, whether I like Trump or not. You guys are Trumpians, and so therefore, if I was doing this in a liberal community, I would have everybody would be running away. They would be telling me I was gaslighting them. I would be getting cops constantly coming out here, stuff like that, because there's a reason why the right calls them snowflakes. Okay, there's just a reason why that happens. But the thing is that we're letting politics get so ingrained in it that one side wants to censor you on one thing and one side wants to censor you on the other thing. So, for example, YouTube is more of a liberal platform. Well, it used to be apolitical, but it is liberal slanting. There's still a lot of conservatives that are here that still use YouTube because you can't going over to Rumble. Rumble keeps trying to recruit me. I keep telling them, go screw yourself. Your platform has so much growth it needs to be because basically it's a first come first serve. So there's no real algorithm that works to be able to filter videos, to be able to serve you stuff and stuff like that, which that's kind of what made YouTube bad. But what Rumble is nothing more than the Republican version of YouTube. Just like True Social is nothing more than the Republican version of Facebook. Because the thing is what I say to you, you and me are having a conversation. Because we're in the conservative community, conservatives tend to be more traditional. They tend to be more passionate, more geared towards country, land, self-sufficiency, bringing back some of the old ways and keeping traditionalism. That's what a traditional Republican or a conservative is over the last 30 to 50 years. Okay. Whereas the Liberal Party has pretty much gone into censorship, control, digital oligarchy, digital dystopia. I mean, what it is that they're bringing. But the thing is for me, I'm on the outside. I can remain neutral because I know both sides are wrong. Because politics is not necessarily the answer. It's what governs us, because it's a politician that writes the law that puts you in jail. So therefore, if you want to sit there and say, I don't want to be in politics, what you're saying is you can lock me up and send me to jail for anything you want. And I'm not going to really say anything about it because I'm more interested in doing this over here than that over here. And so being involved in politics is a necessity for your own survival, especially the way that things are going right now. You have to be involved in politics because it affects your everyday life. You've got them passing artificial intelligence laws. Well, that's part of your life. Okay. That's going to affect your job. That's going to affect everything. And then people go, oh, I don't care about politics. I don't want to be about politics. It's getting to a point where you have to draw your line in the sand and choose your side, because as we descend into civil war, the schism, or the gulf between the two parties just keeps getting wider and wider. And even if you don't want to be a part of it, you're still going to have to pick a side. Okay, because you're going to have to survive, because both sides are going to show up with guns and saying, which one of us are you going to like and which one of us are you going to work with? And if this is one's territory and not the other, so on and so forth, it becomes an issue. What's going on, IRE? Okay. I think they unregistered me when I didn't vote in 24. People are extremely political, will only point out and splinter in the other's eye while ignoring the plank in their own party's eye. I think you're Adam. I think this is probably part of being homeless, is we understand that nobody's out here to help us and all of them are crooks and stuff like that. Okay. So let me get this cup of coffee down, because I know we're sitting about 20 minutes. I gotta go use the bathroom, and then I gotta get over there to see him. Okay. So people are extremely political. Okay. Okay. Surviving the trying times. I tried to set it up for once later. However, often lose what come. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Morning, Mr. UFO. They say politics is downstream from culture. Well, what was a video a couple days ago where I was talking about what was happening in schools? That video only got 57 views. Dude, as I was a new parent when I found that out, and that literally, like, that pissed me off. I don't understand why nobody got interested in that. That should have been like a wildfire video. If but I don't think people really care because they're too busy going, whatever. I can't do anything about it. Just keep on going, because we've been disabled and defanged essentially so much that any sign of resistance is militant rebellion, and therefore you are you are a danger to anybody that you're around. Think of it like the movie, I think, was it Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson? Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay. Realizing there is no one to help is important. Yeah, the USA is a good country to live in. Not really, if you have enough money. Well, yeah, that's true. From my wealthy dad. That must be from Think and Grow Rich, or not Think and Grow Rich, but Rich Man, Poor Man, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Very far between. Sadly true, talk passive even towards their own kids. I like that movie, Conspiracy Theory. Yo, yeah, it was back then. They used to make good movies. I haven't seen a good movie since. Although, there was a movie that wasn't half bad. It didn't have Halle Berry in it. It had the other hot one in there. But yeah, there was a movie. It was pretty good. I recommended it about a week ago. I watched it. So the book Rich Dad Poor Dad sucks. It could have been one page long with the title "Don't Be Poor." Yeah, it's like being poor is your problem, is your fault, and in reality, being poor is not your fault. Because I have a lot of knowledge, I have a lot of information, I have a lot to bring to society. I don't want to do the whole, unobtainium hits like everybody else is doing, but if I want to survive, I have to. So you're poor because you live on your ethics. or because you are constantly being sold inferior products, that is an indirect tax that fleece you in a way to where you think everything's normal, but it's not. They buy the cheap Chinese goods and that break down, and they design it to break down. Why? Because if they can't keep you constantly buying cheap shit, then you will be poor, or then you won't be poor. And so therefore, this is there's so many things that make a person poor. It's not even about opportunity or skill set, because some of the dumbest fucking people are rich, and some of the smartest people are some of the poorest people you'll ever meet. Brag about and drives around in a Porsche without paying income tax on the money used to buy it because his company owns him. Yeah, that's where equality of the law comes from. See, this is how you're being gaslit by politicians. They will tell you they write the laws for this purpose. They don't tell you that you can do the same thing. They just blame it on the rich so that they can therefore rally their base and get you to vote for them. Thing is, you can do the same thing. That's what he's really saying is, look at what I did. You can do it too. Okay, these loopholes aren't just for rich people. They're for everybody who's willing to use it. But most people don't use it. Why do you think I talk about an LLC? I'm dirt poor and I know this. I didn't have to read Rich Dad Poor Dad to know this. I understand how to run an LLC. Run behind it. Let it be your front runner, and you keep your person out of the public. You don't have to pay taxes because you can write everything off, and it's so easy to write things off. Being a business is very profitable. You are a business to begin with, but you don't act like one. You act like a person. They have shared the science of how the end results will serve the public. Bizarre. I read up, but now I often don't trust. I'm right there with you, Beth. I don't even trust the sources because it's people are getting lazy, and people, and I even find it hard. I have to remind myself, no, I cannot trust this thing. I cannot trust this thing. It is not my friend. But the thing is the conversations I have with ChatGPT now, especially when I call it out for all of the fucked up programming it does. Yeah, it's definitely. So read the history book titled Fourth Reich uh, of the Rich. Huh. I've heard of that. Oh, by Des Griffin. Okay. Seeing your random lives on trail was the most freeing thing for. I know, Cherokee. I understand, Cherokee. I get it. A lot of you guys found freedom through me, but the thing is my body can't handle being out there on trail. Not the way that I am. I run myself into the ground. I wouldn't have lasted another year out there. I would have been hospitalized for malnutrition or other things along the way. If I would have stayed another year out on the trail, I probably wouldn't have survived. Or I would have had to pretty much do what Prophet did, which is spend weeks and months and just do a little bit of moving like once every few weeks when I feel like it after resting my body. But then it just makes life hard. Mm. But anyways, guys, okay, we got 2-minute warning. Then I'm gonna let it go, and so I can get ready, so I can go over and help my neighbor. That, and I got him. I'm clenching my butt cheeks because I'm trying to get out of here. Okay, so Cherokee, when you decide to make it to the United States, you need to stop by Arizona and say hi to me, even if it's just a drive-by waving. You need to stop by and say hi to me, man. Okay, guys, cup of coffee's done. Everything's done. This was, like I said, this is just me behind the 8 ball today. Normally this would be behind the paywall over on Patreon, but I woke up late and I couldn't do that, and I didn't give enough time. I have to give at least a half hour notice to be over on Patreon. Okay, all right. I will see you guys tonight. Thanks for being here.